Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Christy. Today I want to talk about how Jesus is able to fill the void in us. You know, a void means like an emptiness, like something's missing. And I feel like a lot of people that are out in the world that are either running from God or they're not wanting to have anything to do with God have that void. Because I know I felt that myself when I was out in the world and when I was running from God, and I always felt like something was missing. I was always searching for something, always going after something. And I feel like a lot of people are like that today. A lot of people are broken. A lot of people are trying to cover up that void, that emptiness, that dissatisfaction with life with other things of life. So some will try to cover it up with careers or family, possessions, things of this world. And then others go towards things like drugs and alcohol and all sorts of behaviors, you know, and addictions, because we're meant to serve God. We're meant to glorify God. That's what we were created for. We were created to have a relationship with God. If you don't believe me, look at Adam. You know, Adam had a relationship with God way before Eve. And he walked with God. He talked with God. They had a relationship. There was a relationship there. And that's what we were created for. We were created to have a relationship with God. And if that's not in our life and that is lacking, we're not going to be satisfied. The only thing that can satisfy us is Jesus. So that's why we see a lot of younger people and older people turning to things like gangs and, like I said, addiction, drugs, things of this world to try to cover that up, that feeling of something's missing. And I've noticed ambition, you know, a lot of times ambition comes up in people's lives, that ambition to get more, and they're never satisfied. They're never satisfied with what they have. I've noticed that with people that are not serving God. And there's this feeling that, okay, maybe if I get a better job, maybe if I get a better wife, maybe if I do this and that, I will be happy and satisfied with life. But then what they find is even after they've done all that, then there's a dissatisfaction. And I feel like when that happens, a lot of people turn to drugs, they turn to alcohol, they turn, you know, to things still that are not God. So in John chapter 4, we're going to turn there. Jesus answered and said unto her, If thou knewest the gift of God, and who it is that said to thee, Give me to drink, thou wouldest have asked of him, and he would have given thee living water. Living water. I'm going to go to verse 13. Jesus answered and said unto her, Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. Here we're seeing a conversation between Jesus and the woman at the well. And Jesus is basically saying to her, I have living water. You know, you're coming to this well to draw water from this well, but I have living water. I have the living water, the everlasting water. It never runs out. It never runs out. You know, you can come to this well and you can draw here, but you always have to come back. You know, when I look at that, I see how he goes on to tell her, you know, I know you've had 5 husbands, and the one you have now is not even your husband. The one you have now isn't even your husband. That's basically what he says to her. You know, but the woman at the well was dissatisfied. The woman at the well kept trying to find maybe the right man. Maybe she was, I'm just looking into this in a way. You know, maybe she was like, if I get a better man, maybe, you know, this one wasn't good. Maybe if I find another one. There was a dissatisfaction with her life. But Jesus was saying, hey, you know, you can keep coming back. You have to keep coming back to this well. But with me, there's satisfaction. With me, you'll never thirst again. With me, there'll be that satisfaction of life. That's how I look at that. That, the things of this life can never satisfy. They can make us happy for a period of time. There's things in life that truly will make you happy. I mean, your husband or your wife, that's happiness, especially if you're in the Lord. Having a child, that's happiness. That makes you happy, but it'll never satisfy you. It was never meant to satisfy you. Jesus was meant to satisfy you. And until we come to that place, we'll never be satisfied with life. And to be satisfied means to be happy. It means to be pleased. So I wanted to turn to Mark chapter 8, verses 36. For what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? And there's another place that says, what doth a man profit to gain the whole world but lose his own soul? And a lot of people are trying to give themselves to work, give themselves to jobs, give themselves to relationships, but they'll always feel like something's missing. They can keep searching, but there will always be that. There will always be that, oh, I could have more. Maybe if I have more, I'll be satisfied. Maybe if I have more, I will be more happy. And you've heard that saying, being rich, having all the money in the world does not make you happy. And it's true. Money will never make you happy. Ask the one that has all the money, and you'll see money is not happiness. Jesus is everything that we could ever need. We can find what we need in Jesus today. Whether you need a friend, that's in Jesus. Jesus is our friend. If you need a companion, if you need help, a counselor, Jesus is our counselor. Jesus is everything we could ever need. So maybe you're watching this video and you have been feeling very dissatisfied with life. Maybe you've been feeling very lost, without any direction. Maybe you're wondering, what do I need to do to be happy? Why can't I be happy? And it's because Jesus is the answer to that. Jesus can fill that void. He can take that longing away. He can take that emptiness, that loneliness away from you. More than any relationship, more than any career could ever give. And I say that's coming from someone that's been there. That's coming from someone that was searching. I was searching for love in all the wrong places. I was searching for purpose in all the wrong places, when really I needed to look to Jesus. I needed to look to him. And I'm thankful that he saved me. He visited me one day, and he started speaking to my heart. I knew it was Jesus speaking to my heart. And I decided just to turn from every wicked way that was in my life and to serve him. And over time, he just did a work in me. And little by little, he brought me out of places that I needed to come out of. And he'll do the same for you. You just have to turn to him. Turn to him today. Turn your face to Jesus. Turn everything over to him. Choose today that you will serve the Lord. Choose today that you are going to serve him fully with your whole heart. Because this world will never satisfy you. You could have all the money in the world. You could have the best career. You could have the most perfect family. But it will never satisfy you because it was never created to. Only Jesus can satisfy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this encouraged you, especially if you have not given your life to Christ. I hope this encourages you to give your life to Christ, because he's the answer. He's the answer to any question you have today. And I will see you guys in my next video, and be blessed in Jesus' name.